want to hear it.
Not right now.
Yes, now, Dusty Bun.
Shit.
Turn around.
Look at
What you see in her face, the mirror of your dream. Make believe I'm everywhere, giving in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story. Welcome back to this podcast. I'm your host, Connor.
I'm your host, Xavier.
And I'm Morgan.
Hope you guys all enjoyed our rendition of
Oh my God.
Never-Ending Story. Wonderful song.
We should start
Sad
a band.
movie.
We have to start a band.
We already did start a band, remember that? It lasted like a day.
Me and Connor learned one song.
We learned one song. It was
one
really
song
good.
and never played it anywhere. So
Hey, look out for a new band. You can't hear it anywhere, but you know, look out for it.
Look
We
out
have-
for our new band, Stranger Boys. Okay, you can find it in a Kmart near you within the next couple
I was about
years.
to say, our band has as much merch as this podcast has. None.
The merch is coming though. No, it's not. This
No,
is the last
no,
episode.
it's not. The merch
This is
is
the
not
final
coming.
episode.
Dude, we don't make
made
any
it.
money.
This
Oh
is
my
it. This
God.
is the end.
This is the last episode.
We've made it. We've made it.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yes.
Yeah, those that made it this far, 8 episodes.
You're the real troopers.
You
You
guys-
listened to 8 episodes after Stranger Things has been at release for months. You've already seen Stranger Things 1,000 times over.
I don't even think it's the fact that it's been out for so long, but the fact that they like it so much that they are willing to search for a podcast on YouTube and listen to us.
You guys are the real MVP. Thank you guys.
Is there any other Stranger Things podcast out there?
There's like 20 of them.
Almost certainly.
Really?
Netflix
Yes.
has an after show, so.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we had a little monopoly going. I just thought that
You
was...
had to know that's not true. Just wait till we start a I'm trying to think what's like the most obscure TV show that someone would make a podcast about.
Wait till we make a
Cheers?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna go back and watch every episode of Cheers. Every episode, we're the Cheers boys now.
Dude, we'll have like 846 episodes of the podcast.
Good
Oh my
Lord.
god, that'd be a nightmare.
Jesus.
Cheers isn't even funny.
Don't
Whoa.
you dare.
Whoa.
That is like
Whoa.
saying Billy isn't the main character of this whole season.
That's not what
Okay,
he wanted to say.
Morgan's
That's not
out
what he
here.
wanted to say.
Morgan's out here acting like I did not introduce him to Cheers. Okay, it's pretty funny.
It's a great show.
Frasier's better.
I don't know, I haven't seen Frasier.
So how would you know?
I don't know. But what I do know is that this episode is going to be so freaking awesome.
It
Guys,
was so freaking
Dude,
awesome. We loved
We're
it.
excited. We are excited.
I've seen the
Yeah.
episode like 6 times. It's like a movie.
It's-
The first time I watched this episode, I was so emotional.
I
Yeah.
cried.
It was.
I didn't
It's
cry.
it's a very emotional episode. I would say this is the best finale out of all 3 finales.
This
I would
may
say
or
that
not
this is the
100%.
best episode of Stranger Things.
I would say the same thing.
Call me crazy.
I would
Best
say the same
episode.
thing. Best episode.
Best episode.
Very intense. That's a high bar.
Yeah.
I
It is a
know.
high bar.
I know. Well, it's kind of hard for a season finale not to be the best episode because that's why it's the finale.
That's
Gotta end on a
arguable because
bang.
I've seen Game of Thrones, so
I've seen Lost. Season
Also-
finale.
I've seen How I Met Your Mother. Season finale.
Season
not,
finale.
Not
Listen,
the best episode.
A lot of TV shows, when it comes to ending, they
can't
don't
end it. They
stick the
can't end it,
landing.
Yeah.
They don't stick the
A
landing.
few shows have stuck the landing.
Like what?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Not The Walking Dead.
Not
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
After Last Airbender stuck the end. It stuck the ending.
The
That's-
animated one?
There is no other one.
Okay.
No, dude, the movie.
There is no other one.
What movie?
I always have
It
to
never
ask.
existed.
It never existed.
So this episode is the Battle of Starcourt, and
Oh, man.
for this episode, we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna go like linear order, but we're kind of gonna speed through a little faster than usual.
Did he say Lanier?
Linear. Oh darn.
Oh
guys.
my god. I was like,
I-
I could not have been the only person that caught that.
Linear.
I've really messed everything up.
I was like,
said-
have I been saying this word wrong all of my life?
I've just been thinking about Greg Kinnear all day, and it kind of soaked into my.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I'm like, who?
He's an actor.
That you just made up?
Greg Kinnear is a real person, okay?
What's he
Right
from?
here, Greg Kinnear. What's he from?
You don't even know what he's from.
You just made this up. I swear you
He's
did.
from Little Miss Sunshine.
Wait, is that the dad?
Yeah,
Okay, I know who that is now.
you know who Greg Kinnear
He's
is.
hilarious.
Why do you know who Greg Kinnear is?
Because I really like Little Miss Sunshine.
Okay.
Funny movie.
This isn't the Little Miss Sunshine podcast.
Yeah.
It's the Stranger Things
Anyway,
podcast.
it's the Stranger Things podcast.
Let's
We're
get
gonna
back
get
to
into
it.
it.
We're going in
No, but
linear
we're
order.
gonna go a little quicker than usual because we kind of want to talk about our overall impressions of the season.
Yeah.
You know, kind of a little deeper dive.
Things for the next season
Yeah,
that we're
things for
looking
the next
forward to
season,
because it did
'cause-
get renewed.
Honestly, this episode, like, it has like a lot of stuff that happens, but at the same time, like, it's pretty like.
You've seen
pretty,
it.
yeah, you've
I've
seen
seen
it.
it.
We've all seen it. We all know what
Let's be
happens.
real.
Okay?
Let's be
really
real
honest.
here.
So,
It
like,
just encompasses the whole season together.
Yeah.
we're gonna try to do that.
So let's start off.
So it starts off with Hopper and Joyce, and essentially they just found out that the kids are at Starcourt Mall, and like something weird's going down, and they know that the Russian base is underneath it too, so they're going to Starcourt.
Yeah, this is right after Alexi died. It's the same kind of place where it left off. They're in the car. They're driving. Just in case you forgot about Alexi dying, I just wanted to bring it up.
Thank you.
He died.
Thank
Guys,
you for this.
Alexi is dead. He's
Morgan's
never coming
smiling
back.
a little too much, and he's not going to be in the next episode of the podcast. When the next season comes out, Morgan's out. I'll just say that right now.
Yeah.
He's done.
Those who are against Alexi,
He's against
Done.
God.
Hey guys, you know what? Alexi's dead. No matter how much you rip on me about it, he's dead. And he's not Jesus, Connor. He's not.
they can bring him back.
Yeah.
This isn't Game of Thrones.
Just wait 2 days.
He's-
Wait 2 days from now.
He comes
2
back
days
in the
from-
form of
in-
a cherry slushy.
Yeah.
Guys, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Right?
All I'm saying is
Alexi.
Morgan's an idiot, and we're gonna continue on. Okay. So they're driving to the Starcourt Mall, and that's essentially all that you see of them.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to 11, and her leg.
Ooh. God.
That's
It
That was
is-
gross.
This is the most cringeworthy
That
part
was
of the
nasty.
episode.
it's
dude.
not
Oh,
good.
man, I
It's
hated
not
this
looking
part.
good.
I was eating breakfast while I was watching this, and I was like, "This is." I was eating oatmeal, and I was like, "Mm."
If you guys have ever seen Predator, or no, it's not Predator. It's Alien.
Aliens.
Oh my God, I botched it.
Which
Alien. Which Alien?
Which
Alien
part?
versus
Which part? Which
Predator.
part?
The part where the thing is like in that guy's like chest or
The
something,
chest
Oh, I
burst.
hated
and
that.
it's like throbbing. That's what her leg looks like.
Dude,
Oh my gosh,
When
Jonathan-
Jonathan cuts it, Jonathan flops it so
not
bad.
that. When Jonathan sticks his whole hand in her leg, I'm like, "What are you doing?
You're
dude?
making it
Just
worse.
cut the leg off.
Oh my god!"
11's like, stop, please.
Straight up, when 11 has to tell the person that's doing surgery on her to stop, that she'll just do it herself. I'm like, you did a terrible job, John.
You imagine getting into surgery and you have to be like, stop, I can do it. Like,
Doctor, stop.
I can do this better than
Guys,
you.
big plot hole, okay? How does 11 walk around at the end of this episode? I know we haven't made it there, okay?
how does she walk around at all?
How is she alive?
How is she awake? Like, she should be passed out from pain.
That leg should have been cut.
You know what I thought was a good touch? That like when Jonathan first ran to it was like what, a Chinese restaurant?
Mhm.
He went to a Chinese restaurant and he was looking for the knife. He picked up like a wooden spoon, and I knew he was looking for a knife the whole time. Like it was just like inferred.
Yeah.
Well, he went there and he picked out the wooden spoon, and I was like, please don't tell me he's gonna run over there and be like, I got it. He's just gonna have a wooden spoon in his
You
hand.
had to know he wasn't going to do that.
But I didn't even think that he was gonna give it to 11 to bite on. Like, I thought that was a good touch.
Jonathan needed to get a pair of tongs for this.
Or he could have used 2 fingers. Instead, he
Chopsticks?
stuck his
Yeah,
whole
he said
hand.
he puts
Jonathan
his
just
whole
shoved-
hand.
They
in
should have
her
done
leg.
any of the other kids would have been better
I
for
was
this.
like, Jonathan with his meat hands. I'm like, get Nancy at least.
Yeah,
Who has,
get
like,
Nancy in there.
Small
She's got, like,
hands.
this. She's got small hands.
She could like.
wiggle.
On
Oh,
another
gross.
note, I wouldn't even want to touch that thing.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
I mean, the
It's
thing,
gross, dude. It's so
It's nasty.
disgusting.
it's living inside of her. It's moving. I'm not gonna touch it.
But you know what? She pulls it out of her leg and she looks at it and she throws it across the mall.
I don't really understand why she looked at it. She should have just thrown it right away.
She looks at it and she's screaming at it and she just throws it. And who steps on it?
Some random boot, but
Not
it's
just any random boot.
Russian
Hopper.
Terminator. No, it was Hopper, guys.
Oh.
I got it wrong this time.
We were supposed to say it at the
We
same
were
time.
gonna have like a whole thing where we said we said Hopper at the same time.
We've done that a couple times this season.
Yeah, it's
been
kind of
awesome.
like our thing, but
I
guess
ruined it, guys. I'm
you
sorry.
ruined it. It's over.
So essentially, Hopper's there. All the main characters together. They basically just tell each other like what happens and stuff.
Oh, that was cool.
And basically, they just make this plan like, okay, all the kids run away basically, and then Hopper, Joyce, and Murray go down into the Russian base and shut down the like the key. They use the keys to shut down like the
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the key.
The
It's
portal.
the portal.
It's the keys.
Yeah. The portal. They're basically shutting the portal so they can sever the brain of the meat monster thing from the body until it dies.
Exactly.
Yep.
Since we brought up all the main characters being together, the scene where they're working on Elle's leg. If you think about it, or not if you think about it, the kids just got back together, and Robin is like just getting introduced to everybody. Like even though this is the next episode, like it takes place like minutes after. She is freaking out. And I think this is right when you see that, like, even though Robin is dealing with all these Russians and cracking codes, and she's like, oh, I'm cool, I can handle this. She sees Elle's leg and what Elle can do, and she's like, guys, like, what's going on? And she starts, like, you know, like, a mouth vomiting and stuff like that. And I'm like, holy shit, like, she's brand new to this. Like, it's like...
She's like, this one time my friend I played soccer with her, she broke her leg, and I'm like, it's not like that. It is not.
Your life is not like theirs.
She has a creature inside of her leg. It's not related to soccer.
It can only be described as a monster.
I thought it was a good touch to how they made her so cool, calm, and collected as they're going through all this Russian stuff. They're in Hawkins underneath Starcourt, and then she actually gets into the middle of the mind flayer shit, and she starts freaking out. I thought it was a good touch because, I mean, I'd be in the same situation. I'm cracking Russian codes, but if I see a freaking monster,
oh yeah, and it really just reminds you that Hawkins have no idea that they're constantly under attack,
dude.
Yeah,
like the people of Hawkins. They just don't know.
Everyone needs to
what's
leave the
going
town,
on.
okay? Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, and I can't say that because we'll cover that at the end. But
Yeah. So basically, they all split up. Scoop Troop is going to
the radio tower.
They're going to the radio tower. They're gonna help Hopper, Joyce, and Murray.
Bald
Eagle.
That was so funny.
Navigate these tunnels, and so they leave. You know, we got the adults. They go down to the Russian base, and all the other kids are supposed to get in a car and leave. When the kids get out to the car, though, what happens, guys? The car's fucked up. Okay, it's missing the ignition cord or whatever.
Could have saw it from a mile away. In a movie, they need a car. The car doesn't work.
I thought she was flooding the engine because I was like, "What?"
I thought she was too.
She was about to.
I just thought it was in every movie. This is like if my truck doesn't start,
you're gonna die.
I mean, of course I pop the hood, but I'm not expecting to go, missing an ignition cable. That's what right there, my ignition cable.
Well, you could see the cables all spread out.
I know, but
Jonathan great with cars?
No, it's never foreshadowed.
I think it was established in season 1 he was good with cars.
Was he? I don't know.
I forgot about
I don't remember that. I just know she popped up the hood and he was like, yeah, hey, right there, your cable's missing. You're gonna have to. That's gonna be $50 if you want us to install it for you. It's gonna be $60 if you want us to buy the cable. Actually, he went straight on like
well, like
mechanic.
Even if your car doesn't start or if mine doesn't, I pop the hood and I look at it. I'm checking the battery and I'm like, well, if it's not the battery, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Basically, what we're saying is we don't know anything about cars.
You can check your oil. And you can check your battery.
I check my oil. I check my battery. I don't know how to do anything else.
Anything other than that, you're like, I gotta get somebody else.
Guess I gotta buy a new car.
Yep, it's trash.
It's time for new. I just leave them on the side of the road when they break. I just buy a new one.
Put a little post-it note on it. This is your problem now.
I never refill a car's gas. Okay, anytime it runs out of gas, just leave it on the side of the road. I buy a new one.
Privileged.
I'm so privileged, guys.
Privileged.
That's me. Yes.
So, anyways, Jonathan figured out the car is not working. I lost my whole train of thought.
It's Billy. Billy's there. Billy's
Billy's
Where
there.
You got confused.
I was so ready to jump to the Billy part. I totally even forgot what I was going to say about Jonathan.
That literally is the end of the scene, Morgan.
Yeah.
But
Billy appears, and then it cuts to the adults.
But he like cranks up the car, and he does this like cool thing. It was like Fast and Furious.
Well, basically Billy is like watching them. He's making sure that they stay inside the mall.
And Billy does not look healthy. Okay.
No. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And then they all just run back in the mall.
I was wondering why he didn't ram the car in right there because they couldn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. But now, since you said that he's trying to keep him inside the mall, that makes so much more sense.
Well, I think Billy doesn't know that 11 doesn't have her powers yet, so he doesn't want to approach because he still thinks she could beat him, even though 11 is basically useless.
But basically, if Billy knows that they're inside the mall, then the mind flayer knows that they're inside the mall. So he's like, if I can keep eyes on them, Then
Billy gets them trapped in there, so they run back in the mall, and it cuts back to the adults. They're down in the base. They're going
The
down.
adults. That's their name now. The
and
adults.
and then they're all yelling at each other. Joyce and Hopper are fighting again.
They're in the elevator going
Murray's
down.
calling them children again. You know, just the classic Stranger Things tropes.
children.
It's not a good Murray
That-
impression.
That was terrible.
I've really ruined everything.
Oh my
But
gosh.
so Murray's like, I think we have a pretty good chance of all living. And this, of course, the second opens. You know, there's like 30 Russian guards there. Like,
What he says is, he's like, if this goes to plan, they're playing this like a really inspirational music. He was like, and they set it up like, you know, they build up the suspense, and he's like, I think we have a good chance of them not even knowing we're here. And then it opens it up, and all those guards are there, and he's like, oh shit.
I knew that was gonna happen.
funny.
Yeah, oh yeah. That
We
was
all
good.
knew it was happening.
It was good. And then he tries to, oh my gosh. Murray tries to talk his way out of it. And then he goes, yeah, we were sent by the lieutenant. And they're like, the lieutenant? And he goes, Lieutenant Molotov.
I thought
And I'm
he
like,
did a good job.
all of the names, of all of them, Molotov, that's the one you picked?
Which one would you say?
Smirnoff, Alexei.
Lieutenant Alexei? Alexei's a first name. A Russian first name.
How
You
do
don't
know
know-
so much about Russians.
Yeah,
Are you a
how do you-
spy?
I don't know, man. Maybe I have a secret base underneath this apartment.
I knew it.
it.
But basically, then Hopper just comes out and kills them all. It is a brutal act of murder. Okay, he like literally just like annihilates them.
Hopper, no hesitation, mows down 15 Russian guards.
He doesn't
Scarface
even
style.
think about it. And then he just goes. And he's like, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Improvising." And he just takes the dead people's clothes.
He
off.
goes full on Hitman, where you kill someone and you take their
Yep.
clothes. and you
It was
act as them.
hilarious because he was like, I'm improvising, and this is after they already gave him so much hell about it wasn't his plan, and like, why is he so butthurt because it's not his plan, and then he basically just starts his own new plan.
Yep.
Yeah, he starts a new plan, and let's get back to the kids real quick. Then
The real
the real OGs here.
heroes of the episode.
So the kids are all stuck in the mall.
But Steve and them got out.
Yes. Well, yeah. No, the Scoop
they-
Troop got out. Scoop Troop got out. We already
Scoop-
established that.
And it is official now. It is the Scoop Troop. All right, they said it in the show. They said it
did.
this episode. It is Scoop Troops. Scoop Squad, Scoops Ahoy, Scooby Dooby Doo is dead. It is Scoops.
What about Scoopity
Troop.
Poopity Poop?
Okay, now that is up for
Scooby
debate.
Rooby Roo.
That is also, I will also take that into consideration.
What about Squipes?
No,
Scoips.
Damn. I
absolutely not.
really want to try.
Scoop Squad.
You almost said a different one.
He messed it up.
Scoop Troop is their official name. That's what they said in the show.
He's pointing a lot at Morgan right
Hey.
now because Morgan messes it up a lot.
You guys know what my favorite cereal is? Scoop Loops.
Get out of my face.
Dude, literally,
Guys.
like
You can't make it up, dude. Me and Puns name a better dynamic duo.
this man has the audacity. Okay, the audacity to insult.
Was that
Lexi,
even
okay?
a pun?
And then,
Scoop
and then he
Loops?
has the audacity to make what can only be described as not even a joke. Okay.
I don't
No.
even
Fruit Loops? Scoot Loops?
explain it a little bit more.
Scroot.
Don't make me explain my joke,
Okay.
okay?
So basically, the kids are all in the mall, and they're like, they see the car that 11 flipped over, and they're like, let's get the ignition cable from that guy's. And so 11's like, I got it, guys. Don't worry. Of course she can't do it. Her powers are broken.
Yeah.
Also, her leg is broken.
Her leg is what can only be described as gushing blood.
When I saw that moment, I was like, this is bad. This is bad news. Elle is the only reason they're not dead already. And now she's like,
She can't even flip the car.
no more. No
Can't even
more
flip
X
a car.
Factor.
She flipped the car when she was 10, literally 10 years old. And she can't even flip a car now. You're like, it's over.
She's done,
That's
dude. And so then what they do is they get like the movie theater like metal pole things, and they flip it over. And then Mike says what can only be described as a strange line.
He goes, see, guys? Physics.
Physics, guys.
And then it just cuts, and you're like,
the fuck?
I don't
Excuse
understand why
me?
that's such a bad line.
when
It's
did he
just
bring
so
up? When did he
weird.
bring up physics?
During one of the cutscenes, I
when
guess.
anyone question that it was physics? Yes, Mike. If we put this pole against it, we push, it'll flip over. That's just common sense.
I don't even blame Mike. I blame the writers. Like I don't know what they were thinking.
Hey
man.
guys, hey, wait. Physics.
Guys, wait. Podcasting?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I thought it was kind of funny.
It was just weird. Like
It's just so
it was one of those things where you don't catch it on your first watch, but when you rewatch it, you're like, wait a minute, what? You're like, what?
Served no purpose.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
I can understand that.
Thank you, Mike, for letting us know that physics is still a thing. It didn't cease to exist. So
Yeah. So while they're flipping the car, Will slaps the back of his head, and then he just looks up, and a giant meat spider falls through the ceiling.
Yep.
And then we're gonna cut back to the adults.
That is wild.
oh my gosh, that was like our first actual good look at the Mind Flayer.
The Mind
It's
Flayer's-
huge.
What's the
Big
Mind Flayer's
boy.
monster? I don't think it's
Big
the Mind Flayer.
boy.
Excuse me.
It.
I really hope that's not the Mind Flayer, because he has to be pretty stupid if that's the case. The monster's dumb as fuck.
For walking on the ceiling like that?
No, just the whole episode. It's like remember the part when it says we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
I'll make my
get to
point.
it.
I'll make my point.
Basically,
Okay.
we see the monster. It's there. It's in front of the kids.
It's disgusting.
But what are we gonna get to?
The adults.
Uh-oh.
They drive that little car around, remember?
It's a ping pong match.
Exactly what Scoop Troops did in the last episode.
Yeah.
Driving a little cart.
But they drive
through the
towards the
tunnels.
base, and Murray befriends a guard, and he lets them through. And
He was like, he's a good guy. He's like, they're in a Russian base underneath Starcourt, basically terrorizing the old town. He was like, oh, we'll just have him over for dinner later.
yeah.
Oh my god, that was great. It was Murray being Murray.
Murray just giving everybody the benefit. Well, he's got to think for Russians. He befriended Alexei out of nowhere. Alexei is an evil
speaks
Russian
their
scientist.
language.
Well, Lexi's a good guy.
He's not evil. He's
What
just-
are you saying right now?
He's doing his job, okay? He's doing his job.
His job.
He's a scientist. He's
I
a
didn't
man
see
of
a
science.
gun to his head.
Well, shut up.
How does he know this for evil? Okay, he was told, "Hey, make the portal work," and guess what he did? He made the portal work.
Alexi's a good guy. Remember when he said he was going to join America?
I will not sit here and
Join
have you
America.
blaspheme the good name of Alexei.
Yeah, okay, the good name.
That's a dead man. He can't even defend himself. You gotta sit here and talk
You
like
sit there and
that?
insult him? Huh? You
Despicable.
nothing compared to Alexi.
Sickening.
You
Got-
just-
But as we were saying,
I
group
just got
Don't
cut
say
off.
anything else about it.
Oh my!
Don't say another word about Alexi.
Guys, did you hear that whole spiel they just went on? How aggressive they got? That was all an experiment. I didn't mean a word. I just said.
I don't believe that for a
Oh
second.
my gosh!
So
what are you,
basically,
you
they
doing a
get
social
they just
experiment?
get to a room.
Call me.
They get to the room and they
Call me
get
over.
and they get Murray. We're not. I'm just ignoring him. And Murray goes down into the vents to get to turn off the power so they can bypass the security. And so he has to crawl through, and Scoop Troop.
Is mapping
They're
his whole
helping
way
map
through.
it out. They're helping map it out, and then we're gonna cut back to the children in the mall.
Mm-hmm. But he has to, so he gets lost at an intersection, and he was like, "What's the radio name? Scoop Troop." Yeah, Scoop Troop, right?
I was gonna mention this scene after the Starcourt scene, but I guess.
Well, anyways, he radios in and says, "Oh, he's really reluctant about it." He's like, "Scoop Troop, I'm at the 4th junction. Which way do I turn?"
They're like, "Fly left, bald eagle."
Yeah, and he was like, "Who is this?" And he was like, "This is Bald Eagle." And it's funny because he bald.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Those kids are trashing him.
And do you think they chose that name just not the writers, but the kids, or do you think they were just like, "You're Bald Eagle"?
They 100% chose that because he is bald.
They definitely chose that because he's bald.
Kids are cruel. They don't care.
Kids hate
They
everything.
don't care about your
Especially
feelings.
them kids.
Yeah.
They don't show any mercy. They're fighting
show no mercy.
monsters.
Yeah, you can't show mercy. So back to the kids in the mall. So they're all hiding from this giant monster, and
Where are they hiding?
behind cars, behind counters.
Is it a good spot or a bad spot?
No, it's not good.
No.
Why are you
They're-
questioning these spots?
I'm trying to. They're terrible spots.
Well, Morgan's the #1 hide and seek player in the country.
Yeah.
So these are
He
just
knows,
off.
okay?
These are, Morgan saw the scene 1 second. And he was like, "These are trash spots."
We're gonna watch Ready or Not, and he's ready
I'm a pro.
to run.
I'm a pro.
One time Morgan hid for 20 years. We never saw him again. He just appeared.
Yeah, he has somehow showed up in this podcast. just
Guys,
to trash
I'm so
Lexi.
good at hiding. I can be right in front of Connor and Xavier's faces, and they don't even see me. It's like they just don't see me. They don't pay me any attention. It's like I'm invisible. That's how good I am at hiding.
Yeah, it's definitely that. Not that we're ignoring.
I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like we'll be in a public spot or somewhere in front of their friends or something, and I'll say "Hey Connor, hey Xavier, like, do you guys see me? And they're like,
So the kids are hiding behind a bunch of things,
guys,
and the monster is going after them, right?
guys.
This monster is so dumb. Okay?
The monster is like, "Oh, where
Guys,
are
I'm not
the kids at? Right? Where are the kids?" And then the kids are like, "We should run through the gap," which is like, come on.
That's like the dumbest thing. Okay, first of all, the monster is straight up dumb. Like it's just like running around in circles, not looking behind anything. Okay.
No.
And it's just like
Also, what are the monster's eyes?
He doesn't even have any eyes.
He doesn't have
He's
eyes.
a mouth. He's a big mouth.
He needs echolocation, like a bat. He's a giant bat.
He's
He
using
literally is a
sonar.
giant bat.
He just screams out for the vibrations.
What if, hear me out, he doesn't have eyes. That's why he has Billy. And all he knows is that they're in the mall.
Billy's still outside.
And the monster
though.
is just feeling his way around the mall. And that's why he doesn't find him.
I don't think that's it because when they go in the gap, they actually knock something over, and the monster knows they're in
But
there.
he can't see.
Yeah, I know, but it's
He
pretty
can't hear
it's
'cause
pretty
he has
implied
ear
that he can hear.
holes.
Yeah. So he sends like this weird like
Oh, in the
tentacle
back.
thing in there. He's like looking around, and he's like literally about to see them. Then Lucas is like, "Fuck no!" And he shoots the
that was
window
awesome.
My
of
boy,
a Burger King.
my Lucas. He takes out this slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
Wrist
And he-
rocket.
He
It's not a
aims
slingshot.
it.
Wrist
He
rocket.
aims it at the flare, and he goes, "No, better plan." He aims it at the balloons to make a loud noise. Hits the balloons, pop. The mind flare's like, "Huh? What was that?" Loses trace.
They
I
all escape.
really hope he was going to shoot the mind flare. It was just going to be like,
The mind player's
just like a thump on his ear, and he was just going to get really pissed off and start.
So everyone gets. So all the kids get out of the mall, and we see
Somehow.
everyone leaves, but the ones we see are it's everyone but Max, 11, and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonathan is repairing the car, and Billy drives full speed at the car. And then Nancy's like, "I got this," and she pulls out a pistol. Like that's not gonna do anything, Nancy.
Yo, Nancy was out for blood. She had some good shots too.
She was like,
Shut up. She took out that Glock. She took out the Glock. And she aimed it straight at Billy and
She said,
just
"Gratata."
boy.
Grata.
I was looking at the bullets. I was like, she was close.
She
was
a couple
real
times.
close.
Yeah, but
But
then
what if you did shoot Billy?
I don't think it would
But
kill him. I'm
here's
pretty sure I wouldn't kill
if you
him.
even if you nick him, if you don't shoot him in the head, I feel like he doesn't die.
he still keeps going.
I feel like if you
He's
shoot
a
him in the head, he
zombie
doesn't
at this
die.
He's
point.
like one of those people like you see on cops that are on like crack and they get shot like 3 times and they're like, I'm invincible.
Dude, what kind of cops are you? What kind of cops are you
The
watching?
good kind.
Bad boys.
Bad boys. Bad.
What you gonna do?
But
That cops.
anyway, right before Billy absolutely destroys everyone and like absolutely obliterates Nancy,
Who saves the day like always?
Stevie Boy comes out. Steve
It's
Harrington
Steve.
shows up in the Todd Father and just absolutely annihilates his car.
Yep.
He's okay. I can't remember, but I was really hoping that Steve and Nancy would have like this like eye contact moment, like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because he saved her life, and I really thought that was going to be the start of a
Why
Nancy
do you want them
Steve.
getting back together?
Because
I think he
Steve
just
loves
wants-
her.
He just want,
I just
not
want-
anymore.
I just want Steve to have somebody.
Steve said he doesn't love her anymore. You
He-
are literally obsessed with Steve being in a relationship. Let him be
He's
single for a little
such a
bit.
good guy.
It's okay to be single, alright? Just let him go.
Yeah.
Let it go. He has a great friend in Robin, and that's all that Steve needs at the moment.
For now. Morgan's really unhappy that Steve and Robin
He
get
is
together.
not happy.
Morgan's really
I have no
upset.
words. I have no words.
He's physically,
I
mentally,
think
spiritually
It
hurt.
just hurts me to watch Steve be hurt by Nancy. He's hurt. My boy is hurt.
Okay,
I'm
Morgan.
gonna be honest with you, Steve. There's other girls in Hawkins, alright?
Mhm.
Steve, you got the hair.
Steve
Like,
got the hair.
Steve. Nancy?
But did he ever get his game back? Because he didn't have it. He didn't have it in the first couple episodes.
He
Will-
definitely got his game back after he annihilated Billy.
That's true.
But he got shut down by Robin.
That is no fault of his
Robin
own.
was so disgusted by Steve, she started liking girls in that moment.
Is that canon? Is that was
Morgan,
that in the
yes.
script?
that was it. You saw her face. He was like, you know, she's cool. She cracked the Russian code. She was like, I'm a lesbian.
It was the hat. It was the hat. It messed up the hair, and she was like,
I'm telling you, okay, you can never you couldn't even dream to have hair like Steve's, okay? You wish.
No, I could never have hair like Steve.
Yeah, I know, you're weak. Anyway, so back to the episode. They all get in the car, Steve and Robin hop in the car, and they all drive away. And then we cut down to the adults, and Murray finally gets to, like, the power grid.
Mm-hmm.
Just start shutting everything off.
This man's ripping stuff out.
He's like,
Left and
wires
right.
out, yeah.
He has no clue what
And
he's
then,
doing.
of course, the Russians, they're like, well, what the heck is going on? So they hit the alarm button. So now all of the Russian base knows that something is going up.
Yeah, but they get to the code area, the place of the key, though.
Mm-hmm.
But then, surprise, guys. What
code.
doesn't work? The Planck's constant? Murray did not know it.
Yeah, Murray's somewhat of a fool.
This is the...
Doesn't even know Planck's
You gotta admit, this is the one part where Murray doesn't know. Like, that Murray's wrong.
Children, please.
Yeah, it looks like Murray is the children now.
Murray's the child. And then, who saves the day, guys, okay?
Child.
Dustin.
A child.
I know someone. Who
Can't
does
you
Planck's
see?
constant. And then it cuts to a little house in Utah.
Yeah, Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City,
Oh.
okay?
I thought she was fake. The whole season, I was
Nah,
like,
dude,
she's
I knew
fake.
she was real. I knew she was real.
It was...
No, I thought she was fake.
I
I'm
was-
a Morgan side. I thought she was fake.
I was like...
I thought she was real.
I was like, this is too good to be true. I was like, she's either fake and it's going to be like a really sad ending, or she's going to be real and they're going to write her in this superhero role.
No, I thought
I
it was
didn't
so
think she was
obvious
going to
that
come
she-
back into the story. I thought it was like, oh, yeah, I had this
Well, they were
girlfriend at
mentioning
camp.
her a lot through,
Mm.
just throughout the
But,
season.
well,
I just didn't pay attention to it.
there was like
There
3 or 4
was-
episodes where they didn't even talk about her, though.
Yeah.
And then the story got really serious, and we just thought she got wrote out.
They were like,
It's Susie. Susie!
Ah,
Susie's like, I'll only tell you, but you gotta do the thing. And then Dustin's like, please don't make me do this.
Not right now.
He's not
like-
me.
he's
Not
like-
me.
okay. I'm sorry for any girl listeners out there, but let me tell you about girls. This man is like, I'm about to save the world, and she was like, no, you're not. Not until I get what I want. Like, you're gonna sing to me
So
right
we're
now.
editing this out, right?
No, let's hear him out.
Hey, Morgan, let's hear
This
out.
man is like, this is a matter of national security, and she's like, let's sing a song.
Listen,
Let's sing a song.
Dustin is like 11, so I mean, I find it kind of very difficult to believe that Dustin's actually saving the
Listen,
world.
Morgan, you're such a fool because your girlfriend is a matter of national security before anything else.
Dipshit, okay? Come on.
Idiot.
What would you rather save, okay? The town of Hawkins or your love?
Or your girlfriend in
You
Salt
think they're
Lake
just
City.
they're just saving Hawkins? They're saving the world.
No, they're not, Morgan, okay? Because you know what? You have that meat spider, okay? One thermonuclear strike and that thing's dead, okay? Annihilated.
Guess
in
what?
the dirt, okay?
Okay, dude.
They're not saving the world.
You
they're
drop
just
a
saving
nuclear
Hawkins.
bomb, this place turns into Chernobyl, okay? We watched that show. We know what that's like.
That was a radiation leak. That was not the same as dropping a nuke.
It's the same thing. It does radiation.
They could just drop
No,
napalm on it.
Wait a minute. Okay. The radiation is the after effect of the nuke, okay? The nuke itself decimates everything in its vicinity.
Yes.
Alright? In like a
Hawkins, Indiana.
in like a freaking 10, 50-mile radius.
15.
Alright? 15-mile radius.
But then it goes to Chernobyl.
And yes, so that's the after effect.
But if you're saving the world, it's a small price to pay.
Shut up.
He just had to sing a little song.
You go tell that to Japan.
Turn around. We're not singing it again.
Yeah, we're not singing-
You
we're
got
not
it at
singing
the
again,
intro.
okay?
You're not getting it again.
Right.
Alright?
So
we're not
sing-
gonna save the
They
world
sing
for
the
you.
song and she gets the concept. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay, it was a good scene. I liked it. Okay, but
Yeah.
I don't want to sing
No,
again.
my favorite part about that scene was
We're
when,
thinking the same thing.
No, was when the kids are in the car.
That was the best part.
And the
And
monster is chasing behind them.
and then the synth kicks in.
But you just hear Dustin singing.
Everyone's like, what?
He's sick dumb.
This giant monster is chasing him. This monster wants him dead. And they just hear Dustin
Turn
singing.
around. What about when Erica just like, enough of that, and she like hangs up the
Oh my
boat?
god,
That was
great.
Susie. She did a dirty.
She was like, I love you more. I love you.
Enough of
Erica was
that.
like, no.
Enough!
I'm done.
I'm not playing around anymore. I'm playing for keeps. My name is Erica. Can't spell America without Erica, okay? I'm a hilarious character.
Can't spell America.
She doesn't have time to mess around.
She ain't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got no
Ain't got
time for
time.
that.
Ain't nobody got
All right.
time for that.
Next part. What is it?
So after that, okay, so Hopper and Joyce type in
Plane's cotton.
the code. They get like the key thing, the 2 keys to shut down like the machine, and then
It's foolproof. They're there.
this scene, okay.
Everything's
this scene
going
is-
100% fine.
Episode's about to end.
This scene was so hard to write down notes for because literally like every time anyone did like anything for 2 seconds, it would cut back and forth, and it was stressful to write notes. So I think we're just gonna need to split it up, okay?
Yeah, let's just split it up for you.
So I'm gonna go with the kids first. So basically, they're driving away. The monster turns around and starts going back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're like, "Why is the monster turning around?" And so they turn around to chase the monster because they think something's up.
Yep.
We cut back at the mall. Billy finds 11, Max, and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely destroys all of them.
Oh my gosh, Billy wrecks these children.
That was such
He
a
throws
cruel
these kids
scene.
against the wall, and he just like takes them.
Well, he
I'm like,
punches Max in the face, and then but he does Mike dirtier. He literally grabs Mike's head and just like throws him as hard as he can at a metal pipe, and Mike like hits it like straight on.
Oh, Mike is concussed.
the
Mike
worst.
is concussed.
The
okay?
worst one is what he did to 11. He just grabbed her head, like face palmed, and just shoved it into the wall.
Into the wall. Then he like just hits her in the neck again. And
I also
shoots
have
it
to
out.
correct you. He didn't punch Max. He backhanded Max.
Oh, he backhanded her? Oh, no!
So fucking hard, dude.
Well, she's got a huge cut on her face. Billy is annihilating
It's from his
kids.
knuckles, dude.
If I had to pick one guy not to slap box, it's Billy. I watched him what he did to Max.
Dude, we
He's
couldn't-
dangerous.
Billy is big. Okay, like he's
not-
pretty ripped.
And he didn't say a word that whole scene.
No,
He
he
just, like,
just
walked up
he
and he was
just
like,
walked
"Bop, bop,
in.
bop."
He got the job done. He
Yep.
said, and it was over.
He's not messing around.
And so he knocks those kids out, takes 11, takes her to the middle of the mall.
It's over.
Monster shows up. 11
She's
wakes,
dying.
11 wakes up and she's like, "Uh-oh, I'm in danger."
I thought they were gonna kill off 11, but I was like, they can't.
There was no way they killed off
God,
11.
but it got me spooked.
Yeah.
I mean, did it make you guys a little scared?
No, I didn't think.
I
she
didn't
would
think
die.
she was gonna die, but I knew. I was like, it was intense, but I was like, I don't think she's gonna die.
I thought. I
She
won't
is
spoil
the
it.
Stranger Thing.
She is the Stranger
The
Thing.
stranger thing
She is.
is where did Will get that wizard robe? We're all wondering.
Now that was a strange thing.
That's a part of it. That came from the Upside Down.
Uh-oh.
That's not from this world. It's too ugly.
So, monster about to absorb 11,
Mm-hmm.
and then...
It's the 4th of July all over again. They start shooting off fireworks.
Yep. The fireworks that they found in the last episode.
From
Yeah,
Lu-
they're lighting them up.
Lucas is
Lucas
full of
found
good
it.
ideas.
Lucas coming through, buddy.
Without Lucas,
They
this
would've been
episode
dead.
would not have happened.
Yep.
This episode would not have...
And I would like to point out who said that Lucas was a pointless character.
Huh.
Who
I
said that?
can't
Here we go
remember.
Who
again.
said that?
I said in the moment he was Luke. He was
Exactly.
That's what we
Connor and Zaylee.
He didn't do anything till the last
In
episode.
your words, dude.
Lucas is a great character.
Guys, all I'm saying right now is this, okay? Up until episode 8, all Lucas does, the only scene Lucas basically gets is him drinking New Coke, okay? Which is a flagrant advertisement, okay?
Don't get me started on New Coke.
New Coke is better than the original. It's
It's-
like the original, but a remix.
Shut up. Shut
Just
up.
that much better.
All they did was try to make it like Pepsi, okay? I looked it up and that's all they did.
But you looked it up.
I was curious.
Connor was like, I need that new Coke.
I need
He
the
saw, he
answer.
saw the ad and he was
Yep.
like, I gotta get it.
Answer me.
We recorded the podcast and he was like, it's not as good. I'm going to look it up. I need
I
confirmation.
need it.
So, they're lighting it up with fireworks, and then Billy, for some reason, gets really close to Eleven's face.
Mhm.
And then 11's like, she was beautiful. And then Billy's like,
Yeah.
what?
He,
11 talks about Billy's mom.
it's like
His
a poem.
happy face.
She
His
like
happy face.
basically recites a poem about that day. She's like, seagulls, pink sandals, white dress.
Yellow sandals.
She
Blue
was
flower
so
on the middle of her dress.
Blue ribbon on the hat. She was pretty. She was really pretty.
What? I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. What is it with 11 and pretty. She was like, pretty?
You
She
absolutely
says
have not
pretty.
said that.
She said
in all of this- in
she
this
said
series.
pretty so many times. If you look back at season 1, season 2, and season 3, it's always her and pretty.
Well, 11 has the vocabulary of a third grader, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I really like this scene. I just really was not expecting the part in the flashback when Billy's mom was like brutally gutting fish in front of him.
Dude,
Just like absolutely like brutally like just ripping their spines out.
name
while
a
they're
more
alive.
dynamic duo, Connor and just making up scenes.
she went down on all fours like a bear, and she just grabbed the fish out of the river.
I know. I really wasn't like they were salmon, dude. I was not expecting. And then Billy got it and joined in, and it was weird.
Yeah.
I can't do
It
this
was
anymore,
strange.
guys. I
It
can't
was
do this.
strange.
Between Connor,
It was a stranger thing.
Connor saying like he's like, I didn't expect this weird sex scene between so and so. I didn't expect Billy's mom to be brutally gutting a fish. I can't do it.
With her teeth.
I can't do it.
Sorry.
That's
But
actually
what can
hap-
you do?
He can just sit there and install Lexi all day apparently. So
It's a Russian.
back to it, okay?
It's racist.
Billy starts making weird
it's
facial
not.
expressions, and they run out of fireworks. And then the monster he's about to kill.
But you can.
They're chucking all these fireworks at them, and they don't have a plan B.
They have no plan. Well, they were just trying to buy time. So
Yeah.
I think that was their plan B, honestly.
After 11 recites all that beautiful storytelling, she paints a magnificent picture in
Mwah.
everybody's head, and especially Billy's, because it was
pretty picture.
pretty picture. But you can see like the black veins like that are all over Billy, because he's like possessed by the mind flayer.
They're going
You see him
away.
go away, and then he's normal Billy. And what does he do? Billy steals all of our hearts.
He sacrificed.
Oh
himself.
my God!
Billy.
Right when Max and Mike run in, and Max sees him too.
He's
And
The Mind Flayer is ready to attack 11, but Billy stands in front of him.
he had to know he was gonna die.
He knew. He knew in that moment what he has done, what he has become. He knew that the only way to repay for that was to protect 11.
he saved her.
Do you? Okay, this is
Why do you have to die?
this is getting deep, but this when he was like getting attacked and he was like dying, just like stabbed a million times with those tentacles, and he was like screaming and stuff. Do you think part of that was because he was so mad at himself of what he had done?
No, dude, I literally think he was just getting gutted.
I don't know, because
I do like that, though. Because it seems like once he came to, he fully realized that, he has become a monster.
I think he just hated the thing because it took over his life.
well, yeah, he hated what it had done to him. He hated what he had done to other people.
He
I think
hated
that
it.
it's the whole combination of how he feels towards that.
It
thing.
was really sad because Max should watch her brother die.
Yeah.
And
She
it was
watched him
so
die.
sad.
And I think it makes it that much harder because he was doing such a good thing.
And it just solidifies
Billy's the best.
hey, listen, I love Alexi. I love him. But this season is Billy's season.
Billy's the
It is
best, dude.
totally
Billy
Billy's
is the
season.
best.
It's Billy,
He's
man.
so good. And
It sucks it. There's
How'd he
there's
go?
gonna be no more Billy. Billy was such a good character.
God, I know, but here's the thing: he wouldn't have been so good if he hadn't died. I don't think. I think
true.
we would have liked him
That's
less if he
true.
hadn't died.
Yeah, that's a
His
good
death
point.
was really good.
Hey, you know what, Morgan? You can see him in Power Rangers too.
No,
No,
shit.
They didn't approve a sequel. I'm sorry,
No.
they canceled. The
Oh my
franchise.
God, dude! Why did you have to do that to me?
Sorry, dude, you're not getting a sequel. Dacker Montgomery is not going to be in the.
What's his
franchise
first name?
anymore. Dacker.
Dacker?
It's Dacker. I looked it up.
It's Dacker? What is that, Russian?
Dacker, something like that. It's weird.
Oh my God, Billy's a
He's
Russian.
Australian, you dippy.
Close.
We almost.
Close.
And so
It's not that far from Russia.
Billy defends 11, and the monster's,
death.
Yeah, he dies. Monster's about to kill 11. Then suddenly the monster dies. But how do we get to this monster dying?
Flashback to the adults.
Flashback back to the adults. Zoop.
Go- Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that the way the rewind button sounds?
Yep. And so we go in. Okay, they have the key now. Basically, they just make a dead sprint for the room to turn off.
Yep.
Yeah.
To turn off the.
And this is Hopper and Joyce.
It's a clear
the
path.
machine, yeah. It's a clear path.
Clear
They
path.
get there. At one point, they smile and nod at some guy, and that was funny, but it really
They
didn't serve.
take their sweet time getting those keys out.
Oh my gosh, I was so
Hopper is like the keys, and he like opens up the box like really slow, and it's like this delicate thing.
Hopper's like on 3, and I'm like, just turn the keys.
Hopper's
Hopper.
like, I
oh
hope,
my
Hopper's
god.
like, I hope no one comes from behind and attack me while I put this key in.
I was
Oh,
so
no.
frustrating. I was like, Hopper, hurry up. And then, of course, right before they turned the key, because Hopper made it count to 3, and Hopper was being very delicate with metal keys.
They start to make out.
Yes. It was
Nope.
a really steamy, intimacy scene.
You're welcome, Connor. I didn't want you to be the only guy that did that this episode.
Yes. No.
Held you out.
The Russian Terminator comes, grabs Hopper, and starts beating the crap out of him.
Okay, wait.
What's new?
Can we just get down there? The part he grabs Joyce is, like, ridiculous.
Oh my
He
god.
just grabs Joyce and, like, chucks her across the room.
He flings Joyce as if, like, she was fucking 10 years old. As
A
if, like,
ragdoll.
as if she was, like, 11 that got thrown. He just picks her up and with, like, one hand is like, get out of here.
He just, like, throws her in. Joyce is like, oh.
Guys, think about what if the mind flayer had latched on to that guy instead of Billy.
Oh my god. No one would
Do you
have
know how
survived.
strong Billy was? Billy was just, a regular high school
He was
graduate.
He was above average high school graduate.
Okay, he was a high school graduate with some muscles.
There we go.
I can
But
tell
he
you this,
was
the pool
not.
scene would not have been as good with the Russian Terminator.
I don't know, dude.
There would have been no scene. The world would have ended.
Yeah,
the
he
mind
would
flayer
just
would have
killed
took
everyone
over.
at the pool.
Yeah. So basically, they just have a big brawl between
Oh my gosh.
Hopper and the Russian Terminator. There's a really cool scene where they're like standing in front of the generator thing and they like put their fists up. That's pretty cool.
Hopspit's blood.
And yeah, Hot Spit's blood. And he's like, pfft.
That was cool.
And
He's
then
like, bring it on.
Joyce gets up and she plugs both the things in, both the keys in.
She's trying to figure out a way to turn it herself.
Yeah, and she gets it done. She gets it done. And basically, what happens is Hopper eventually like throws the Russian Terminator into the machine and like kills him, but it messes up the machine, and it's like starts like shooting like lasers everywhere.
I don't want to talk about it.
So upsetting.
I don't
And
want to
then
talk about this.
He
He
can't
can't
get
get
out.
out.
He can't get out because it's like gonna melt him. And then like he's like he looks at Joyce and he's like nodding his head, and then Joyce blows it up and kills Hopper.
That was.
Ah.
So sad.
You just.
dude.
I can't believe you just. That's all. You got to that.
Allegedly. She allegedly.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I'll say right now, I don't think he's dead.
We don't see
You
the
got to
body. We
Hop-
don't see anything.
Did you hear how the way he just got to Hopper's death? He was just like, he couldn't get out. She turned the keys. He died.
It was way more intense than that. All right.
Oh, it was a
One,
really intense scene, but I don't want to describe like each thrown fist.
It's Hopper. This is Hopper.
Hopper-
Season
okay,
1
I'm just
Hopper.
gonna say it right now.
He deserves
Hopper's not dead,
an
okay?
explanation.
Give him
Hopper's
some
not dead.
more
Hopper's not dead.
respect.
I don't believe Hopper's dead, so I don't really think it's a
More
big deal.
Respect. Oh my god.
I think he's dead. He's got to
Why
be
do you
dead.
think he's dead? He's
Because
literally not dead.
You have to know that all the Stranger Things, like hardcore fans, are going to latch on to the fact that you can't see him die.
Wait, they are already teasing that he's alive. They have been teasing that he's alive since it ended. They literally had a phone thing. It's like Murray's like, I found information on him to leave a message to Joyce.
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No.
What?
So what happened was, this is interesting. So the the actor that plays Hopper, David Harbour, he started changing every day after 2 days after Stranger Things, or like a week after Stranger Things released. He changed his Instagram profile picture to a number. Every day, he would change the number, and then at the end of it, people call you. It made a phone number, and then if you called the phone number, it was a voicemail. It was like a little pre-recorded message, and it was a voicemail, and it was the actor that played Murray, and he was like, "Hey Joyce, call me back. I have information about what you were looking into. It's not good news, but it's not bad news either. It is news though."
Holy
Yeah, he's alive. Okay, I've been
Oh
trying to
my
tell you this. Okay,
gosh.
this is why I sped through it. The man's alive. Okay, he's not dead.
How did you figure this out?
Because I read a news article about it.
This was in the news?
Yeah.
God, this is why this podcast is amazing. Because we know shit like that.
So Hopper's not dead. Okay, but he might be dead too. Who knows?
That was the moral of the story. Dude, if they set up all that shit and Hopper's still dead.
I told you guys, Hopper, he goes into the Upside Down. He lives there for years. He turns into Hellboy. He comes back, and it's a very bad movie. And then the show's canceled.
What I'm saying
He's
is
the new monster.
this is actually a good thing because Hopper, the actor that plays Hopper is losing like a ton of weight because he's in the Black Widow movie.
Oh, yes?
You didn't know this? Okay, in the Black Widow movie, Hopper plays the Red Guardian, who is basically Captain America, but he's from the USSR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
he's
did
Russian.
not know
And biggest twist of all, he is Black Widow's ex-husband.
I know that. I didn't know he was casted for
That's
But I
gonna be
don't
awesome.
think he's gonna die. I think they'll keep him around the MCU. He's gonna be a fan favorite.
My
I'm sure.
boy, he said, you know what? Forget Hellboy. I'm going straight for that MCU superhero
Dude, yeah,
money.
he upgraded.
Dude, every like famous TV actor, the guy who played Jon Snow's in there too now, and the guy who played Robb Stark, they're in the same movie.
Guess what? All your favorite shows and more on Disney Plus.
But you know what they're missing? Keanu Reeves.
He's in it. He's gonna be an Eternal, I believe. Right?
No, he's not.
What?
No, he's not.
He was rumored to play the Black Knight, and then the guy who plays Jon Snow.
Yep, that's what I thought. He was gonna play the Black Knight, but he didn't get cast. They wanted to. I watched this whole thing on Snapchat about it. They wanted a guy that was gonna be younger because Keanu Reeves is so old.
How dare you? Keanu Reeves is not old.
Apparently they've been trying to get Keanu Reeves in the MCU for a long time.
Yeah, but they just can't find a role
Let's
for
let
him.
Keanu
No, he
Reeves
keeps
play
saying
Keanu
no. He
Reeves.
keeps saying no too.
No way. They
He
left that
doesn't want
out.
to be. He doesn't want to be in it.
They just said that
Probably
like
because it's too much publicity. You know,
Yeah.
Keanu's like
Keanu Reeves is famous as fuck.
he's super famous, but he's also very like
you never hear anything.
he's
about
low key. He's very low key.
He wears all black suits, and that's so cool.
John
He's
Wick.
cool. Like
John Wick.
the John Wick stuff is what has gotten
Hey.
him the most publicity. But like after that, it's like
The best movie he's ever been in, Hardball.
okay. First of all, it's Matrix. Like, let's
You guys
not-
ever
First
seen
of all,
Hardball?
okay, you guys are both wrong. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Okay, use your minds. Okay,
Point Break, another great
do
movie.
not say Point Break to me. Okay,
Do you not like that movie?
It's not very good.
Oh, I love Point Break.
I love Keanu Reeves.
No, Speed. There we go.
You just had to type in Keanu Reeves movie. So you
No,
can find
I'm looking up all the movies. I just
John
wanna
Wick
see what
2?
else-
John
no.
Wick 3.
You
Did you
haven't
watch
seen
3
John Wick
yet?
3.
No.
Yeah, so you don't know. He kills a man with a book.
Keanu Reeves.
A
is in-
library
Keanu
book,
Reeves is in
get
Toy
that.
Story 4.
He is in Toy Story 4. He's Duke Kaboom. We watched it together.
Yeah, we did. We saw it together. Warren did not come.
I didn't.
Hey guys, he's in
Replicas.
there's a lot of
Cool.
movies that aren't very good in here.
Can we stop talking about Keanu Reeves movies?
Never.
No, we're gonna talk about them the rest of the time. Okay,
This is the Keanu podcast.
guys, they are actually making a Bill and Ted
4.
the 3, I think.
3.
They're making it.
Matrix 4. Bill and Ted 3.
I don't know why they're making another Matrix because the second and the third one sucked ass. Okay.
The only Matrix is the
Also,
first Matrix.
I'm pretty convinced that
The only Matrix.
I'm
That's
pretty
the only
convinced
one.
that the people that made the Matrix, the Wachowskis, they suck. Okay, like they're not good. Like they made the Matrix and that's
Well,
it.
did you just
Oh God, you're gonna
the way
have
you
whole,
pronounce their last
the
name?
whole internet is about to murder you. Oh my
Wait,
God.
what do you like from the Wachowskis other than the Matrix? Okay.
I'm not saying that they do great stuff, but I'm also not gonna be the one that says that they don't.
I mean,
I'm
they
just
made
saying.
the Matrix.
I'm
What are we
gonna
gonna say? Okay,
The Matrix fanboys are coming for you.
they made fucking Jupiter Ascending,
The
dude. Okay,
agents
do
are coming
not
for you.
tell me that is a good. They made Jupiter Ascending. Then they turned around. They're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna make a Netflix show, Sense8, some hot shit. Okay, like it's not good.
Guys, if you're listening out there, please roast Connor. Please
Listen,
end
here's
him.
the thing.
No.
Here's the thing.
Wachowskis suck.
Connor's opinions are his and his alone. All right.
Connor's opinion is his own. They'll represent the whole podcast.
Morgan, you haven't even seen the Matrix, dude.
You've never seen the Matrix?
Of course, I've seen the Matrix.
You've
Really?
never seen the
I've
Matrix,
seen
you liar.
like all the Matrixes like a million
What is
times.
Keanu Reeves'
It's-
character in the Matrix? What's his name?
He's obviously the main character, and his character is my favorite because
What's his name?
he's-
What's his name? I just want to say his name.
you guys don't think I know his name.
I don't think you do.
It's obviously Keanu Reeves.
It's Neo. Okay, get it right.
Oh,
Okay,
I haven't seen
I
the
wasn't even
Matrix.
accepting the one, but you didn't even do
He
that.
didn't even say that. Okay.
I've never seen it.
Do
I'm
you know
sorry.
who Lawrence Fishburne is?
Nope.
Okay, back
I
to
can't
Stranger
stand
Things.
that. Oh,
We
is
gotta
she
go
the
back
girl?
to Stranger God,
He
it's
did.
the guy.
Are
It's the
you
guy.
kidding? You did not just say that to me, did you? You did. No, he's the guy. He's the black guy
The
with
red
the glasses.
pill or the blue pill?
He's the blue pill, red pill guy.
Oh,
You
my
dipshit.
God.
I don't even know.
Lawrence is a boy's name. Have you ever met a
I
girl
don't
named
know.
What girls do you know are, that are named
No,
Lawrence?
who's the girl in the Matrix? What's her name?
I don't know.
There's a girl in the Matrix, right?
Yes, there's multiple women in the Matrix.
Okay,
Main
we're
girl.
getting back to Stranger Things.
You don't need to.
I don't even know how many girls there.
Okay, so Hopper supposedly dies. They cut to them in the parking lot. Everyone's like a reunion.
Oh,
11 finds out that Hopper died. It is not good.
Cut to 3 months later.
They cut the epilogue. It's basically an epilogue, I'd say, for this. They cut, and the buyers are finally moving. They needed to move a long time ago.
Finally.
Season 1, I would have left if I was Joyce.
Season 2, I would have left.
But they're leaving. Everyone's leaving. They're leaving. They're moving. Everyone's there helping them move. 11 is living with Joyce. Joyce is taking care of her now.
How did that happen? Where was the agreement?
Who else was going to take her?
Mike's family.
Mike's family.
Mike's family
11.
doesn't. They didn't even know where they were. All right, they were at the fair and they could care less.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, and they weren't going to have.
But Nancy
Mike,
knows.
But they're not going to have Mike's girlfriend live with them.
That's true.
Think of all the.
Because that's like a weird like brother sister situation.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want that.
That's a little.
That's too Game of Thrones.
That's too Alabama for me.
Hey, now, there's plenty of videos online about
About what, Morgan?
What are you
about
trying
what?
to say right now to me?
What are you recommending?
It's
What
bad
are you?
joke.
What are you saying?
Bad joke, dude.
Don't get our channel canceled before we.
I had to make that joke.
If
dude.
you listen to that, okay,
we used to make that joke
Morgan's
so
not
many.
going to be on the podcast anymore.
We used to make that joke so many times at at school. Oh my god, it's just a big running joke.
Sure it is. All right, cool. Yeah. So the kids, first thing that we see, more like the first thing that we hear, is Lucas and Max.
I love that scene.
They're singing.
so
They're
much.
Never ending
singing the
story.
song, Never Ending Story. They're making fun
Arguably
of
better
Dustin.
better than the way Dustin and Susie sang it. It was good.
It's so funny because they're just making fun of, and it's that moment where it's like, you've been roasted by your friends before, you've roasted your friends before, and that's just straight up, they're just roasting, they're going into it with them, and it's so good.
Yep.
It's so good.
That I like seeing that relationship between Lucas and Max.
Yeah.
Like their relationship's good.
This
Like
is,
it's
in
classic.
my opinion, Max's best scene of the whole season. So, because she was actually fun.
She actually
Not
has some
not
personality.
either super aggressive or like bland. So I
And
thought
she
this
had
was like the best
pigtails.
part by far.
What?
That was so weird.
She had
Why did you
pigtails.
say that?
They gave her some
Pigtails?
character. Usually she just wears her hair down and she's just like all like mean and
You don't
shit.
have to put. What are you saying
I'm
right
saying?
now?
You know what? I appreciate Morgan for noticing that detail because it's a detail I did not pick up on.
Yeah, Morgan is
He's our fashion expert. Mr. Fashion.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
the context behind the way she wears her hair,
I can't listen to
it's
this
a
male
whole-
chauvinist any longer. Okay?
It's just a metaphoric thing. The
Yeah, what's the
writers.
metaphor?
What's the metaphor, Morgan?
You want to know what the metaphor is?
What do
Well,
pigtails
what's the
symbolize?
metaphor?
So she wears her hair down, okay?
Yes,
It's because she's opposed to having any sort of she's not expressing herself.
Okay, okay.
She's stuck inside of the shell that is Max.
Oh.
So she puts on this front like she's so mean and mean and shit.
Yes,
like
pray tell.
she's just mean.
Yes.
She's real tough and
Please
stuff.
keep going.
So at the end of the episode, after everything went down, they beat the monster.
Yes, and.
She decides to let loose and she braids her hair.
Wouldn't it be more like her hair's braided, then she lets it go to let
Oh,
loose?
no.
Wait, no, I'm
Finish
sorry,
your
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Do not interrupt.
Well, what you would
sorry.
think was she wears her hair down. It's basic. It's just bland.
Basic.
So after all this stuff, they won. They did all this good stuff.
Yes.
She decides to kind of give herself a little more flair.
Ah.
Oh, you
So
really
she braids her hair.
a little flair.
So she braids her hair.
Ooh.
She sings a little song with Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any other details you guys would like to know, I'd explain it. If you guys are okay with not understanding.
Possibly in a bonus episode, you would go into further detail about the resemblance and the significance of Max's hair.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'll just say this, okay? I have deduced one thing in this whole conversation. It's a big thing. It's smart. Okay? I figured it out. Morgan is an idiot. Okay, like, Morgan is an idiot. Okay, like he doesn't know what he's saying at all.
Guys, that's all.
He does not. He does not know what he's talking about.
Morgan doesn't even know what hair
Morgan
is.
doesn't know who Max is.
Who's Max?
So
We're talking about the girl that was bald in the first season, right?
Oh.
Okay, we're
shit, that's
we're
the-
going to
just
the next scene again. So the next scene is Jonathan and Nancy, and they're just making out, and that really is about it. Jonathan looks
It's
like
sad,
okay.
though.
Jonathan looks like a fish.
They
Okay,
have shared baggage. They have shared baggage.
but
Shared
she's going
baggage.
with him.
Oh
wait.
my God, Connor!
I'm
and
sorry.
you just made fun of me for being dumb.
Guys, I can't lie. Okay? I didn't watch it with the subtitles on.
Are
so
you
I was missing that
kidding
part.
me?
God, shared baggage. They have history.
He literally just said,
Oh my,
"Wait, she's going with him."
oh my God!
It's okay,
Every
guys,
bone in
I
my
know.
body just like shuddered. I was
Ooh.
like, "Ugh."
Guys, I've determined one thing recently. Okay,
Yeah.
I am an idiot.
There it is.
We're all idiots.
So John Nancy is saying goodbye. Eleven's there. She can't use her powers. Mike's like,
Mhm.
I love you. I just want to rush to the one part, guys. Okay, like
No, I loved the Mike and 11 scene where 11 was like, "I know, I love you too." I loved that
That was
scene.
a good scene.
It was
yeah.
such a
then they
feel
swap
good
some
scene.
spit.
Why'd you gotta ruin it?
You
like
ruined
that?
it.
Jeez.
You're welcome.
They're like 12, man.
They are like 17.
They're like 5. Chill out, okay?
They're babies.
They're infants.
They're babies.
Meh.
Little bibbies.
I don't know. That scene, that was a feel good scene. Like
It was a feel-good scene.
textbook feel good scene. But it did catch me because I thought they'd be like, I love you too. But the fact she was like, I know. I loved that because everybody knew Mike was gonna say I love you until Will and Luke and Lucas and everybody came over there and like ruined that whole moment. Ugh,
It was
can't
beautiful.
say no.
And next we got to talk about it. Okay, 11 walks in, and Joyce is like, "Hey, I found this letter," and then 11's like, "Can I read the letter?" It
Of course
is
you can.
So sad. Okay, like literally, it's like Hopper pouring his soul out. And this is why I sped through Hopper's death because this is the true Hopper death scene. Okay.
Oh,
Oh man,
this,
I can't. I don't want to read the letter. I just want to say that it hit me right in the feels. It was really sad, and they show like a beautiful montage of like everyone like saying goodbye to each other, and then everyone's driving off,
For the
and that's
love of
it.
your dear old dad, please keep the door open.
3 inches. 3 inches, boys.
God. You know what I really like? Usually those scenes like that are super over the top sappy, but when it first started off, I really like how they brought back his true feelings like towards that message. He was like, I don't want to do that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna sit
But
down.
once he-
But what happened was he was reading the letter and he was like, you know, I want to create a space for we feel good about our feelings. Like he was still iffy about it.
Mhm.
Like he still didn't want to say it. Was not sure about it. But they made a good transition to the sappy stuff. Like he was like, hell with this. I'm gonna write what I feel
Straight from the heart.
straight from the
It
heart.
was sad.
Just like Joyce
And
recommended.
that's what I don't. That was a good touch.
I would also say it's like throughout this season specifically, every episode Hopper gets more intense. He gets a little bit darker. He gets a little bit more aggressive. And for his final scene, for to have a moment of just like peacefulness and kindness, very, very touching.
He even talks about when he first met 11.
Yeah.
He said, I put Eggos in the woods. He said, and then you came into my life. And he was like, and the fact that I have to get used to someone else having you is just hard. And I was like, God, can you imagine?
Hopper.
I mean, he's like,
Pops.
It was just sad, and then they just hit you right in the feels, and they play "Heroes" by David Bowie and
Oh
close out
my
the
God.
that song.
Oh.
You can play that song over like anything, and 9 times out of 10 I'll probably cry.
season. Anything?
So good.
That song just like is a tearjerker.
Just for one day.
Day.
And so there's an after credit scene. It's like a Russian base, and like they're like, go to let a guy out of his prison cell. They're like, not the American. Then they grab some other guy, and then there's a Demogorgon.
That's also another reason why everybody thinks Hopper's still
He's
alive.
definitely the American.
He's the American.
He definitely is.
message,
Do you- but that would mean that because it's in Russia.
Yeah.
It's in Russia. That means that the Russians would have to have gone in through a portal in Russia and get him out.
Well, actually, my boys, the season ended as it began with the Russian base. You remember
They're leaving
the
Hawkins.
very first episode. at the very beginning, it shows the Russian base that they're opening the portal in. That's not the one that's in the Starcourt Mall. That's another one.
It's a
And
different
then
one.
it ends
There's a second portal,
at the
bro.
Russian base.
No.
Exactly.
Hopper
Didn't
went out
think
through
about
that portal.
It was a callback from the very beginning.
Morgan, he's alive.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Here's,
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't think about that one, then, did ya?
I didn't.
He didn't. He didn't.
Okay, I can I can see it a little bit.
Hopper's alive. We're gonna get Hops in season 4. And let's talk about a little bit of we're done doing like the episode review. Let's do our typical favorite characters.
Of the scene?
Favorite scene, favorite character, and then I was gonna say we add on like final season thoughts.
Yes, of course, at the end.
Yeah.
All right, so who's
Okay,
your
wait,
favorite
hold on.
characters?
I'm just gonna do favorite character. You can't choose Billy because Billy was all our favorite characters. Okay?
Damn it.
Everyone's favorite character was Billy. We all know, and for favorite scene, you can't choose the Hopper letter either. Okay.
Come on.
Merry Christmas. Okay, we're all gonna choose the
Okay,
same
well, I
one.
have a
Okay,
different-
those are universally the
We'll
best ones.
choose
Okay?
different ones.
All right, are we doing character first or scene first?
Character. Choose your favorite character.
I don't have. Man, does anybody have one that they just have off the cuff?
I'm going with Hopper. Stolen. The letter scene was just too good.
Oh, wasn't even thinking
I
about
thought you
him.
said we couldn't choose that.
No, you can choose. You can't choose Billy as a character, and then the Hopper letter scene as your favorite scene because those are by far the best ones. Don't like Billy's.
Okay.
Everyone knows Billy's the
That
best.
was- he totally just-
Sure. Okay.
I set it up, guys.
Whatever.
But
you know what?
no,
Favorite character? Susie.
Susie.
Oh, I
No.
forgot about that.
Guys, come on. Let me talk about my favorite character.
Sure,
Okay?
go ahead.
Hopper was so good. He was just so good, and like this episode, we saw a different side of Hopper than we'd seen in any other like episode in the whole series. Like he was more emotional, he was more vulnerable, and like at the end of the season, like he knew at the end of like the episode when he knew he was gonna die, he knew it had to be done. So he smiled at Joyce and just nodded. He knew, and that was just more in depth than we've gotten with Hopper before, and I really like that.
Do you want to explain why you liked Susie this episode?
I think Susie was a joke.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's because she's Susie. Come on, guys.
Susie, because she's definitely real.
Because she's real. That's the only reason
she actually
Yep.
exists.
It's because Susie is actually in the episode. That's why she's your favorite.
Now, okay, legit favorite character. Oh man, this is kind of.
I know. I have one. I thought of one.
Okay,
Go ahead and
do
do yours. Do
yours
yours.
then.
Lucas.
Good choice.
Were you were? I'm telling you now that I said it.
I was right there with you.
Yep.
I was right there
Lucas.
with you.
You actually see Lucas do something. That's basically he has a good scene with Max at the end of the episode where he's like some really good comic relief, and you kind of see where he's just like really relevant to the story now, like we touched on earlier. We already talked about it. He bought the fireworks. The fireworks.
He definitely did not buy those fireworks.
Well, he didn't. What? He
He
stole the
took
fireworks.
the
He stole the fireworks.
It was his idea to take the fireworks. It was his idea to shoot the balloon. Without that, Mike, Elle, and whoever else was over there would have been dead. And without the fireworks, Elle would be dead again.
That's true.
He saved.
Lucas saved her both times.
He saved her both times. He just had a really good, solid episode.
That is true.
I would say, for me, Max. That scene where she has to watch Billy die.
Oh.
Since I can't pick Billy. The scene of her watching Billy die and reacting to her brother dying is very intense. She does a very, very great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice. And also the scene at the end when her and Lucas are actually like singing and having a good time together.
Oh
It's nice.
That's such a
That's
good
nice scene. But Max, I think Max she stepped it up a lot this season.
She did.
She did. The last season, I was just like, but this season, she stepped it up.
Well, you see more of her character.
I'm still high on her.
Season 2, she was just like that mean, 12-year-old girl.
I'm a skater girl.
Yeah, mean skater girl.
I
But
skateboard, guys. Trust me.
I play Tony Hawk on the
Hey guys,
too.
okay, I just want to emphasize this, okay? Last episode when they were cleaning the wound, Max was like, "I skateboard, trust me." Max did not do a good.
He was gonna bring it up.
Max
I knew he
did
was
not
too.
do a good job at cleaning that wound, obviously,
he
because
hates Max.
there's a strange.
Oh
clip
my
of
gosh,
monster in
she's
it.
a literal demonic creature inside her leg. What do you think this 12-year-old is going to
Well,
do?
she obviously didn't know what she was doing.
Well, it didn't get
What
infected.
would you do?
Did it?
What
It didn't
would
get
you do?
It had
infected.
some white pus.
What would you do,
Cut
huh?
off the leg.
Okay.
Really the only
This is
option.
why you're not my doctor.
Okay. Oh, you got a cough? Just cut your throat out. Just send it.
Just cut your head off, man. We'll put it on a different body.
Okay, we're moving to favorite.
Favorite scenes, Connor?
Oh no, guys, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna go with singing scene.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
why
Why
do
do you
we-
let me go first?
Why do we let him go first? He went first last time.
Yeah,
Already-
I was wondering why you were going to let me go first. The singing scene, it was great. It was really cute, and it was like it offered kind of like a little like tonal break. I felt like
Well, it's funny because
it was so serious it broke the tension just a little bit, and kind
but
of
it kind of didn't because during the chase scene you saw the monster still running after.
No,
so it was
I
still
know,
like
but
they were like, "This
That
is
was
happening."
funny.
It was
That
like
was
it
so
was. Still,
funny.
it's like they didn't break away from reality. They still incorporated it in, and like they were like, "This is happening right now."
it was so funny. I love that scene. It was so good.
Do you have a favorite scene, or do you want me?
Since I couldn't pick Billy as a character, I will pick the scene where Billy dies. That
Wait,
is a.
I thought that was the scene.
That is the Billy scene.
I think we couldn't pick Billy as
No.
a character.
Oh no, you can choose a Billy scene. Yeah, you can choose a Billy scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Jet scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
It
confused
It was
with
the
Ken
Hopper. It
Kip.
was the Hopper.
Yeah, it
one.
was the Hopper.
Oh.
The scene where Billy
My bad.
sacrifices himself, and where Elle convinces him, and he sacrifices himself, and you see him like being stabbed right out of the tentacles, and he's being lifted up,
Slow motion.
and he's screaming. Billy, favorite character this season, man. You did it.
We all
You
know.
really did it.
Is it because of what I said earlier about him screaming and that was a
No,
Well,
I
there
mean,
was
if
a
you
lot
go
of-
back and watch just that scene alone, the emotional
be a-
weight behind that scene is incredible.
That could be a wallpaper. It was such a
It's good.
simple shot.
It's
yeah
good.
that scene where it was like you saw Billy like being held by the tentacles and then you had the mind flare and it was like the back shot
Mm-hmm.
That was wild.
that's a killer laptop screen.
Okay,
saver.
Morgan, you're up.
Feel good scene of the year. I know, Mike. I love you too. I loved that scene. It was my favorite one.
Good choice.
I just
He just liked the kiss.
no, I didn't like the kiss. Pervert. Okay, it was.
Morgan was being weird about that kiss when we were watching it together earlier today.
No, I wasn't. That was just a good scene.
Yeah.
It was like
It was a good scene.
it's about time. They set it up all season long, and I don't know. It was not your typical like I love you, and it's like I love you too. She was like, I know, like I knew the whole time. It was nice. It was nice to see 11, like the little sheltered girl, pick up on it and her be like I know what you meant the whole time. I love you. I liked it. It was nice to see it.
That was good.
So
Let's
Do you
get
guys think that this should have been the last season or no?
No.
to be honest, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah, because man, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Will, Joyce, Jonathan, and Elle are all in a different. They're all in a different city. Like what are they gonna do? How are they gonna incorporate them into the storyline next season?
I don't know.
Like
Well,
that's
they're
the
moving
hard
out.
They're
part.
gonna do like a time jump.
No, they're moving out of Hawkins. They're moving out of Hawkins.
Yeah, but I think
They're
they're gonna do
definitely
like they're definitely gonna come back and they're like older, right?
I think it'll be like 3 years from now they'll release the next season.
Well, I mean, the kids are kind of getting old too, so I mean that could work. But man, it's gonna be hard to follow that season because the ending of this season compared to the other ones was just on a different level.
I think it'll go to 5 seasons. That's what I think.
5.
I think it'll go to 5.
But like, think about it, okay?
We'll see.
The past 2 seasons ended on cliffhangers, but this one kind of feels concise, right?
It definitely didn't though, because
Will-
they have leftovers. They have leftover plot lines still though.
I know, but Will and them move. Hopper died. Billy died. It was just like
You're
it
leaving
was
it hanging.
it was a good chance for an ending. It
Does
was to
11
go
get,
out on a
does
high
11
note.
get her powers back? You know what's happening in the Russian base. You know, just because they shut down the key that the Russians built there doesn't mean they can't build another one.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? There's
Okay,
still
other-
the Mind Flayer's still alive.
Other than we totally missed that. The Mind Flayer's not alive. It's the Demogorgon.
No, the Mind Flayer is alive. The Mind Flayer was controlling the monster from within the Upside Down the whole season. The Mind Flayer's still alive. It's pretty implied that the Mind Flayer controls like all the monsters.
Well,
It's like a hive.
we still left out the Demogorgon is there's a fully grown Demogorgon in Russia. We didn't even talk about that, did we, Xavier?
Just like a little bit of it.
We don't really. It's not really that important. Just like
That's like
walked
the
out.
after credit scene.
I mean, it's just teasing next season. They're leaving Hawkins.
Well, like he said, other than that little ending part about not the American, the Demogorgon still being alive, that was a damn good ending. I mean that like if that episode was the last season of the last episode of Stranger Things, I would have been totally okay with that.
I would have been okay with it too. I think
Because it was such a high note. It's the best episode of Stranger Things by far.
Yeah, definitely.
So okay, I want to hear your thoughts on the season. Xavier, you start.
I think that this was a really good season. I definitely better than season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely better than season 2.
Oh my god!
I will say, it's very different from season 1. Season 1 was very much into the mystery of what is the Upside Down, what are these monsters, what are the powers and everything. It's very much a mystery. This is not so much a mystery. This one's more of just kind of like a adventure almost.
Mm-hmm.
But I still enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
If I was going to describe it, the second season of Stranger Things is like bad, and like it's not bad, but it's not good. It sounds good.
The first season?
No, the second season.
Oh.
But the first season is basically would be like the movie Alien. Great, spooky, like mystery horror movie. Okay.
Yep.
The third season is like Aliens, really great action movie. They had to switch it over. They couldn't keep it the same as season 1 because the mystery's already solved. Do you know what I mean? We all know about the Upside Down. We know a lot about Eleven's powers. We know all this different stuff.
Yep.
There is no reason to keep it mysterious.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good move to switch kind of like the style of the show.
Well, they kind of had to.
Yeah.
Because the mystery's gone. And I think they did a really good job of making that transition. Because a lot of shows, they lose that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first season will be like the uncovering of what the show is really about. And then once they get past that, they have nothing else to run on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the whole season. That's why a lot of shows only last like 1 or 2 seasons. Is because the whole storyline is based off the uncovering of what's actually going on. And then they can't find a bridge to continue that and still make it watchable.
Yeah.
Now, I would say, there's a lot of debate online on. A lot of people think, Stranger Things should have been an anthology show.
I don't think it should have been an anthology.
Kind of
what?
like True Detective, where every season is something different.
No.
I
And
think
I'm
it's pretty
like-
obvious that anthology shows are not very good usually. Because I mean,
Yeah.
no, what long-lasting anthology show is good? Really?
What long-lasting anthology show is there?
I mean, True Detective is the only one I can think of.
I don't even know
But
what
that's
an
only 3
anthology
seasons.
is.
Fargo was like 4, and I know the newest one was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Basically,
first
it's
one
like-
wasn't very good either.
Basically, the concept was every season was a different
Mystery.
mystery, a different monster, a
But it's the
different
same
thing,
style, yeah.
different cast, and everything like that. It was something different every single time, and a lot of people were debating on that. And I can see the potential with that. I can see how that could be very interesting and fun. But I also do like these characters a lot.
That's the thing. Netflix struck gold. They couldn't do it. They had
Yeah.
too good of characters.
Here's-
It's too good not to capitalize on.
Yeah. If you watch this last season, you realize why that's not possible.
Yeah.
They just do this season so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a totally different feel, but it's just so good.
It needs that different feel. A lot of people, I saw some people complaining. They were like, "Oh, this season's too campy." I'm like,
It's
this
the 80s.
season's fun. It's
It's the
fun.
fun
This season is the adventure season.
Yeah, and I talked about how they did a good transition of the feel from mystery to action, but man, you got to give it to the writers. The only reason that is possible is because the story is so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
The only reason is because the story keeps escalating. The story hasn't ended yet,
Mm-hmm.
and they did a good job of setting that up in the first season. And as bad as season 2 was,
Season 2 was not that bad. It
but
just
compared to
wasn't as
season
good.
1 and season 3, it was kind of bad. But it still progressed the storyline
True.
in like in the big picture. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, dude, it's just like unreal how good the story is because each season is totally different, but they're all related and the tensions get increasingly higher every time.
What are you guys hoping to see in season 4?
Season 4, I think. Obviously, I'm hoping to see Hopper back.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for season 4 is they have to leave Hawkins. They cannot stay in Hawkins anymore. It is so bland at this point. Like, you have to leave. Like, you can't just stay in the same. It can't just be the same small town gets attacked every single time. And they're definitely setting up to leave Hawkins because they're in Russia and they're moving to Chicago now. They need to leave Hawkins. It's so important they leave Hawkins. The show will be noticeably worse for me if they do not leave Hawkins the next season.
So here's one thing that I noticed and I pay a lot of attention to. Whenever like the army came in and like was like raiding the base, their like leader or whatever, the guy that was in charge, he looked at that what is it called?
The portal.
The portal, yeah.
He looked at it. He knew exactly what that was.
Oh yeah.
He knew
he
exactly
what
what
it
that
was.
was.
Yeah.
So next season, the government's getting involved. Big time.
I see that.
Big time.
Well,
because they know.
The mayor got arrested. Did anyone notice that?
Yeah.
Well, they even said in when they were wrapping up everything and they were talking about it was kind of like that documentary intro. It was like Hawkins, good place to raise a kid, or
Dude, that's
or
just
mystery
it's
town.
like a conspiracy theory.
But
yeah.
they said government cover-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, who knows how far those government cover-ups go?
I think that the government's going to get involved. Will they?
Big time.
They have to.
The army is. I think the army will. They're gonna weaponize.
The show's going to
the
expand.
Upside Down.
They definitely need to because it won't last if it's small town.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. If the government gets involved, how do you have the kids having the same role as they did in the previous seasons? Because let's be honest, they're kids.
Yeah.
The kids can't fight Russia by themselves. The kids can't topple governments by themselves. How does that work? I mean, do you guys have any?
I have no
They
idea.
can
but
do
we're gonna
more of the
figure it out.
whole. No, it would be kind of more of the same, but they would do more of the whole like sneaking in, sneaking around. They can try that. They've already done it. They can try it again with other characters. But one thing I would see is definitely like 11 gets taken again. I can definitely see that.
I was thinking the
see that.
same thing when you were talking about that. I was like, all I could think about was the only way the kids could have a role is that the government sees the portal, kind of does the weaponizing route. The government gets involved, and something happens with 11 because the kids might not be able to fight the government, fight foreign countries that have a stake in the Upside Down, but the kids could fight for 11. The kids could fight for like just a piece of that story, and it still be significant.
I'll just say this. We also, I know we don't like to think about it, guys, okay? We really don't like to think about it from season 2. But it has been established already that 11 has siblings, too, with superpowers.
I forgot about that.
You guys don't like to think about it, but it's real. It exists, okay?
They
11
do.
has siblings. I don't know if they're going to include them or not, but if they were going to capture 11, then it would make more sense that someone with superpowers
That is a
captures
really
11
good point.
then, because, I mean, realistically, how are they going to capture
It could take a turn like
Well,
that.
11 doesn't have her powers right now.
I know, but, like, realistically, she's going to get her powers back. We all know it, okay?
Eventually.
Hopefully.
How does she get her powers back?
I think that'll be a big part of the season 2.
What if she only gets her powers back if the portal is open?
Hopper being an international super agent, that is another.
Do you remember when that was a conspiracy theory? The Hopper was like
I'm still
FBI
pretty
agent?
convinced that Hopper's an ex-FBI agent. Like,
You know what I was thinking? Back what you were saying about like Elle having like siblings and stuff.
Yeah.
They could do a whole story on that. Not like that one episode was in
I
season
was about to
2.
be like, they're already dead, and it was
But like the government getting involved, they could go away from the portal aspect and just go. I kind of hate to say it, but like the X-Men route, where like like the mutants and the people with powers and stuff, they could kind of incorporate that, but I don't know if that would work.
Well,
because it's got that X-Men feel to it.
Yeah, it would have a different shift. It'd be very interesting. I'm not sure. Now here's my whole thing. How does Steve and Robin play into next season?
I think we're just gonna have to find out, guys, because I don't have a single clue.
No, because I'm like, right now, it looks like they're working at the video store. If the story's gonna be bigger than Hawkins, I don't really see how they're gonna be in the fall.
They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. I know that. I'm not 100% sure how.
They can't get rid of Steve.
No,
They can't get rid of Steve. He's too good.
He's our
Robin, I can see them getting rid of.
How dare
No
you
way. Maya
speak
Hawke.
about Maya Hawke?
Maya Hawke
Somebody has
is
to
a
say it.
star.
Did you know that her father?
Is Ethan Hawke?
What?
Oh my god!
Ethan
Okay, guys,
Hawke.
hold on, wait a second. I just need to tell you, there's an Ethan Hawke movie, okay?
There's like a bunch of.
I know, but there's one Ethan Hawke movie that really blew my mind.
Pretty
when I watched
big
it, okay?
Which one
name
is it?
actor.
It's not Gattaca. What is it?
Gattaca.
Gattaca! Oh man, what is it? It's like in 2014. It came out in like 2014.
God.
I watched Predestination, okay?
He made The Purge.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was in The
He was in
Purge.
The Purge. You know that? It's a really bad movie. Predestination, okay? I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to spoil it for you guys after we're done here. It's so freaking weird, okay? I just want to... Anyone who's out
Oh,
there...
Sinister is great.
Sinister was a
Predestination,
wild
Dude,
Sinister
Sinister.
2.
Okay,
wow,
guys.
too.
I like Sinister.
I think overall, I think it was the best season so far.
I do.
I want to wrap it up because we're talking about Predestination and Sinister and Ethan Hawke now.
God,
So
I could talk about conspiracy theories for next season, like all night.
They left the door pretty open.
They left the door
a lot of
pretty
things can
open.
go.
we're just gonna have to wait 3 years.
I think after this season, I don't know if they make another season this caliber, the writers for this show deserve a raise.
Here's my final thoughts. Final thoughts. I'll say. I think next season is my last prediction I'm making. Next season, they move away from the Mind Flayer. They focus on something else involving the Upside Down. Roll around to season 5, last one. They finish off the Mind Flayer storyline. Close it.
All right, your prediction. Let's go around and do prediction
think-
and
I
then,
just
and
made
then
my
closing
prediction.
thoughts. And then closing
Okay.
thoughts on
Closing
Stranger
thought?
Things.
I think next season would be the last season. I think simply the kids are getting older and they're getting more famous and they're doing other projects and stuff.
Sadly,
And I also think just how season 3 felt like a good finale, they kind of wrote themselves an out, but now they need to finalize that out. You know, they still left a little bit open. They need to tie that strap. They need to, tie up all the loose ends. I think that might be happening with season 4. I can see it going to a season 5, but I definitely see it a lot stronger with season 4.
I don't think it would close season 4. It makes too much money.
being
honest about it.
I think I'm gonna go with Xavier. I feel like season 4 is gonna be the last season. My prediction for the next season is, God, I'm not sure, but if I had to pick one, I think it gets broader.
Mm-hmm.
They incorporate the army. It's like more of a global or a national event.
Yeah.
I think they somehow bring back the Demogorgon.
They already have brought back the
They're
Demogorgon.
but they're gonna weaponize.
They're maybe not weaponize it, but maybe instead of being one Demogorgon, maybe there'll be a couple.
Hundreds of
Maybe
Demogorgons.
maybe it's a more like a regional thing where it's like an outbreak of Demogorgons.
Yeah.
But
You're really
but
going
then again,
full scale here.
But then again, it is in Russia, so I'm not really sure. But the Demogorgon is going to be incorporated at some point. So that's my prediction. The Demogorgon is going to come back.
Gotcha.
Wild prediction.
It's not really that wild. I mean, they showed it again.
They showed it at the end.
So
yeah.
that's my prediction. Okay, recaps of Stranger Things, especially this season. Does anybody?
Recap. I'm just gonna give final thoughts. Last
Okay.
little minute.
Yeah, that was the same thing.
Final thought. I thought it was the best season of Stranger Things so far. I really enjoyed it. I think it might be my favorite season of Stranger Things. Not just because it was like season 2 was not as good, and then like season 3 came around and it was just like so reinvigorating, so different. It was so fun to get back in with the characters, and it was just like it's just so good. It's just so good, and it was my favorite season so far. It was just Billy was the MVP. Billy was like he carried the season in my eyes. He was by far the best.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he was in a scene, he stole the show. The actor really needs to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. I didn't see Billy's role, even being significant in this season, and he did. I mean, this is Billy's season.
Billy.
It's each season, it's nice to kind of look back at where the show started. I mean, like when we started doing the podcast again, specifically for Stranger Things, once we finished season 3, we went back and started watching season 1, and when I say it's totally different, it is totally 100% different.
Yeah, they like playing Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a different feel. They're different. They're different people, and it's just not. It's like the show started from. This has like been my point from day one. Stranger Things was built on, what I like to think about is everything that you thought as a kid that was happening to you in your town, if that turned out to be real. It was like
what would you think was happening in your town?
Don't tell me you guys never made up fake stories or thought there were monsters in your woods.
I did think that there was a witch that lived out in the house.
You guys are sick.
That's a story for another time.
I mean, there was monsters under your bed. You can't. I mean, these things you thought of as a kid, and it was like if that kind of like transformed into reality.
Yeah.
And I like that whole feel, but it went from that to like this is reality, and it's more action based. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of like this flawless, slow transition to that. That's my recap. This was the best season.
You're up, Xavier.
You guys kind of covered a lot of what I was going to say. Even though it is very different from where it began, I still think that this season is very good. It holds up a lot. I would say it even holds up on its own a lot. You could just watch this season alone.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely the breakout stars. Billy.
God.
Awesome, dude. He did an amazing job this season. Alexi, even though you were here for like 3 episodes.
3 episodes.
You made the best of it every episode. All right? Miss Driscoll, you had fun every single scene you were in. And I love you for it.
What about Miss Wheeler?
Miss Wheeler. Listen, I know you're not in a happy marriage, but guess what? You'll find another Billy one day. God.
That's amazing.
But no, I love this season, guys. And rewatching it, I was like, man.
It's so good. It's just
good.
so good.
It's good. I love it.
And it holds up the second time you watch it. Trust me. We've talked about it every nook and cranny of the season, and we're still in love with it.
I know more about season 3 than I do about any other season. So.
I am ready for season 4.
Season 4 needs to hurry up and be released.
Let's just do it. I'm ready for it.
So,
and you know what, guys? We are, even though this is the end of this season.
It's not the end of the show.
It's not the end of the show.
We'll be back for season 4.
We'll be back.
We're back.
We will.
And we are also working on other projects, possibly another podcast.
Possibly it's real.
So we're going to try
If anyone comes up with any names, please send it to us because we're desperately in need of a name.
Our next podcast is going to be, it's not going to be just about Stranger Things or just about one specific topic. It's going to be a little bit more broader, something that you can easily turn on and listen to an episode of.
Xavier, don't lie to the crowd, okay? He's lying. The whole show is just revolves around us just talking in depth about the Hawk family.
Oh yeah.
Just about my Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Maya Hawk, Ethan Hawk. Who's the wife? Who's Ethan Hawk's wife?
He might be divorced.
Listen to the podcast to find out.
Uma Thurman's his wife.
Oh.
Or that's...
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was married to Uma Thurman. Now he's married to some other girl. We can get on this later, okay?
Whatever. However, we are going to be...
Yeah.
We will have a new podcast coming out soon. So be on the lookout for that.
Whether you like it or not, Stranger Things is kind of like has a definite ending to it at some point in the future. So we like doing it. We like talking. We like people listening to us. It's a lot of fun. So we just want something that's a little more ongoing.
Yeah.
So check us out. Be on the lookout. Twitter, Instagram. I mean, we'll probably
Facebook. Check our Facebook page.
Facebook.
We will post about it on Facebook. We will post about it everywhere. We will make sure you guys know.
Know about our new podcast.
We'll post a link in our YouTube channel.
And when season 4 comes out,
we're back on.
We'll be back.
The Mouth Reads will be right here, baby.
Okay.
All right. Signing off for the last time for season 3. I'm Morgan.
I'm Connor.
I'm Xavier.
It's a wrap, boys.
See you guys.
Thank you guys for listening.
Good on you guys.